My name is Yasmine Saibou, and I am an administrator for a commercial real estate management company. I define AfriGen as New Africa, and what I mean by that is when people think of African immigrants, they have a certain stereotype and a certain look that they associate with that. But when I think of AfriGen, I just think of the blending of the American culture with the African background, and that ends up to be just a dynamic person that can just do anything but still has connection to their roots, their background, their culture, the food, the music, and all of the amazing things that come with being an African while still having the American morals. I believe that my upbringing has defined me as a person, and I think about my family and my culture whenever I do anything. I think about the effects that it will have on them, the effect that it will have on me long term, because I know that there are a lot of people in Benin that don't have the opportunities that I have today, that they didn't get a chance to come to America with their family and have this great American education and the freedom that we enjoy here in America. So everything that I do, I always make sure to be grateful of the opportunities that I have and the life that I have. One of the challenges that I face at work is with identity, because I work in a predominantly Caucasian business, so I'm always challenged with how I look and how people perceive me. One of the things that I kind of fight with every day is just simply what I should wear. So sometimes on Fridays everybody dressed down and just wear their relaxed casual clothes, and sometimes I want to come in with one of my African dresses and wear the loud prints, but there has been times when I'll come in the office with my what I think is a beautiful dress, and I kind of feel the eyes on me and I feel like they're judging me, or they kind of looking at me as if I'm some circus clown or show. So sometimes I'm a little self-conscious, but I'm still proud of it. Like, I still want to wear it. I still want to give other people an opportunity to learn about my culture, to learn about the things that we wear, how we eat, and everything like that. My household is pretty dynamic because my father was Muslim and my mom is Catholic. Like, her family, she grew up Catholic, went to Catholic school, like the whole nine. So growing up was a little different for me. So while I was in Benin, we were raised as Muslim, because typically over there, even if the mother and father are of different religions, typically the children will follow the father's religion. So we learned about the Quran, we prayed with my father, but at the same time, while he was at work, my mom will instill in us all these Catholic values. So religion wise, it was kind of confusing, like, okay, you want me to follow this religion or this religion? And one thing that's pretty funny is when we first came to this country, it was actually my mom, my sister, my brother, and I. My father decided to stay back in Benin, and one of the first things that I remember doing in America was getting baptized. My mom found the first Catholic church and immediately baptized all three of us, which I thought was hilarious. But even as the years went on and my father came to live with us for a while, he will also come to our Catholic mass with us, because he will go to the temple on Fridays and then he'll be back at church with us on Sundays. So growing up, I really learned a lot about religious tolerance and just being accepting of everyone's different backgrounds, cultures, religions, and that shaped me a lot, and it really just helped me just understand different backgrounds and not go into something with a lot of prejudice. I know right now people look at Muslim and Islam with a negative undertone, but I'm very understanding of it just because of my father, because I admire my father, because here's this man who's a pious Muslim person. He prays, he follows the religion to the T, and so does his whole side of the family, but he fell in love with this lady who's Catholic, and he didn't require her to convert, which in some relationships the men do require the female to convert to his religion, but he was accepting of hers, and he was even although it wasn't his wishes, he was okay when she chose to baptize us into the Catholic faith. And just to be able to go to church with my father, even though he wasn't Catholic, like that was really big to me, because how many times have have anybody been able to really attend, continuously attend a religious service of something that they personally don't believe in, but because of family, you show up and you're there, you're supportive. So I had a chance to also attend the temple with him, and it really kind of brought us closer. And I recently lost my father this past April, and I was actually over there in Benin right before he passed, and it really kind of just like brought us together. And I just have so much respect for him and what he did for our family, and just all of the teachings that him and my mother instilled on my brother and sister and I, of just being tolerant of people, just being understanding. And Benin is known as being a hospitable country, and we always try to just accept people for who they are, just love them for themselves, and not try to put our own personal beliefs onto somebody else. It's important to tell the AfriGen story just because for anyone, no matter where you're from, your background, it's so important to know your past and to just record that past too, so that the future generations can learn from you. And you really can't have a successful future unless you know your past, unless you fully understand the trials and tribulations that your ancestors, your parents, your grandparents have gone through, so that you can have a deeper and greater appreciation for where you are, and then take any lessons from them and incorporate it into your current life, just in order for you to be successful. Je m'appelle Yasmine Saibou et je suis AfriGen.